Kirishima, a member of the Takusagumi, the most powerful Yakuza in Kanto, is presented with a photo of Yoshino, a potential wife. He finds her attractive and jokes about her messing up his life. Meanwhile, Yoshino learns her family, the Kirigayagumi, the top Yakuza in Kanai, is entering a major alliance with Takusagumi. Her family head, Renji, and Kirishima's grandfather Gaku seal the deal by swearing an oath of brotherhood. Disturbed by rumors of an arranged marriage with Kirishima, Yoshino confronts her grandfather, who confirms the news. He says Yoshino is approaching 17 and unlikely to find a love match, so he took matters into his own hands. Renji vouches for Kirishima's looks and assures her that he's known the family for ages, feeling the two are a good fit. Yoshino, doubtful of her own appeal, says people mistake her for a hostess or single mom, but her grandfather suggests she meet Kirishima to see how she feels. Upon reaching Tokyo, Yoshino is taken to the Takusa residence by Kirishima, who pretends to be a guard. She's impressed by the house, and Kirishima's disguise fools her until Gaku welcomes her. Once Kirishima reveals his true identity, he offers to show her around, mentioning they've renovated a separate apartment for her comfort. Despite appreciating the effort, Yoshino is unsure about staying, and Kirishima clarifies they won't pressure her into the marriage. He acknowledges how challenging arranged marriages can be, but is glad she came. Yoshino later finds herself enrolled in Kirishima's private school. Though she considers herself academically weak, Kirishima reassures her. When girls ask about her connection to Kirishima, Yoshino downplays it, only to face their coldness and bullying afterward. As rumors spread, she grows frustrated. Kirishima admits that being part of a Yakuza family makes him stand out, but the modern legal system limits how the police can act against them. Yoshino starts noticing Kirishima's darker side, especially after seeing him with suspiciously stained hands late one night. She brushes off her concerns until a confrontation with some drunk men escalates. Kirishima intervenes, violently attacking them. Although Yoshino begs him to stop, he warns the attackers never to approach her again and shows off his Yakuza tattoos. Yoshino is left conflicted by the brutality and Kirishima's shift in demeanor. Kirishima later reveals he thought Yoshino would be a spoiled Yakuza heiress, but he's disappointed by her normalcy. He admits he's bored with her and suggests she should return to Osaka, even offering to use her as an escort if she stays. His harsh words upset Yoshino, and she starts to reconsider her situation. Days later, after enduring bullying at school, Yoshino receives advice from her grandfather. He urges her to make Kirishima fall in love and then break his heart as revenge. Inspired, Yoshino decides to stay and confronts the school bullies, vowing to fight back. She surprises Kirishima by selling her kidney for cash to make a point, which leaves him stunned. Kirishima realizes that Yoshino's boldness excites him, and he declares his love for her. Yoshino, disturbed by his erratic behavior, dismisses his feelings, but he apologizes for misjudging her. Gaku suddenly gets a phone call and mentions something incredibly frustrating just happened. Meanwhile, Yoshino spends her day trying to avoid Kirishima, finally finding a spot to eat in peace. She vents to herself about how he's constantly around, stressing her out, which isn't helping her kidney transplant wound heal. Yoshino can't believe he declared his love after being so rude. The worst part? She can't figure out what's on his mind because of his constant smile. Then, dread fills her as she hears his voice behind her. Kirishima, teasing, says he'll always find her no matter where she hides. He once again professes his love, then reveals he installed a GPS in her electronic dictionary. Furious, she breaks it, but he brushes it off, mentioning Gaku wants to meet them later. As the couple waits in the meeting room, Yoshino fears she's in trouble for selling her organ or yelling at some girls. Surprisingly, Tachibana and Inamori show up instead of Kirishima's grandfather, explaining that the boss is away on business. Tachibana reveals that the daughter of a local president, Shiori, is missing. She's around the same age as the couple, and while it's possible she ran away, there's a chance she was kidnapped. Tachibana stresses that if something happens to her, it'll cause big problems, so Kirishima must stay close to Yoshino. Kirishima, thrilled, agrees, and they head out to dinner. During their meal, Kirishima explains his attraction to Yoshino, calling it the whole package. She still feels uneasy. Then Kirishima shows her a photo of Shiori, who sports tattoos. He explains that Shiori, a spoiled rich girl, was once at a funeral he attended. Yoshino fears they might end up in similar trouble, but Kirishima reassures her, reminding her that he's not blood-related to his Yakuza family. His involvement was due to family circumstances. He steps away for a call and returns to tell her that the body of a company associate was found. The next day, they discuss more, learning the associate had connections to Shiori in illegal gambling. Yoshino, later accompanied by Inamori, goes to buy a new hairdryer after her old one malfunctioned. She appreciates Inamori's normalcy, and they discuss Kirishima. Inamori mentions Kirishima's violent past, revealing he once beat up 20 kids in middle school, leading to his Yakuza connections. On their drive back, Yoshino spots Shiori entering a club, identifying her by her tattoo. Kirishima decides to confront her and convinces Yoshino to tag along. At the club, they overhear Shiori revealing her plans to flee the country after swindling 500 million yen from the Filipino mafia, with the now-dead associate. Kirishima crashes her gathering and orders Shiori to cancel her trip and deal with the situation properly. But before long, Shiori's bodyguards attack, injuring Yoshino. Enraged, Kirishima violently dispatches the guards, even poking one in the eye with a fork. As Yoshino recovers, she uses her hairdryer to defend herself. She eventually stops Kirishima from going too far, calming him down. The following day, it's reported that Shiori and her father have fled the country, no longer safe after being exiled from the mafia. Kirishima appears at school bandaged up, admitting he caused more trouble after Yoshino left. He hands her a 10 million yen bag, his share for finding Shiori, but Yoshino declines. She only asks that Kirishima join her for a new hairdryer, and he agrees. However, Kirishima soon notices a man on a bike watching them. The man, with a striking resemblance to Kirishima, stares him down before riding off, leaving Yoshino unaware of what just transpired.
The episode opens with Kirishima in a compromising position, his head between another woman's legs. She's an old flame, and as they talk, she casually asks if he's found a girlfriend. Kirishima smirks and starts talking about Yoshino. He even shows her secret photos he's taken of her without her knowing, but his side piece isn't impressed. From the way he describes Yoshino always being angry, she tells him to just give up. Yoshino probably has another man waiting for her back in Osaka, but Kirishima only laughs. He says he doesn't mind if that's true. It would make things more interesting. That night, Yoshino is sound asleep when she suddenly feels someone watching her. At first, she thinks it's her grandfather, Boss Some, until she remembers she's in Tokyo. Boss Some isn't here, it's Kirishima. He's broken into her apartment and is sitting there, silently watching her sleep. The next morning, Yoshino knows exactly what he did, but she can't figure out why. She's so used to his strange behavior that she's not even angry anymore. She considers changing her locks, until she spots a kitchen knife, and decides on a different plan. The following night, it happens again. Kirishima breaks in, this time with blood above his right eye. Yoshino stays still, pretending to sleep, ready to attack if he tries anything. But instead, he starts braiding her hair. Terrified, Yoshino swings the knife, but Kirishima easily pins her down. He says she scared him because he thought she was still asleep. Yoshino fires back, saying he's the scary one for sneaking in like that. After helping her up, he apologizes, but Yoshino lectures him. She tells him he can't keep breaking into her home, not because of laws or common sense, but simply because she doesn't like it. When she asks why he's there, Kirishima admits he just wanted to see what she looks like when she's not angry. Someone told him she might hate him, and he wanted to see her peaceful face, since no one looks mad when they're asleep. For once, they start opening up. Yoshino says it's easy to be angry at him. He's always breaking rules and acting like the law doesn't apply to him. He's even injured now for missing curfew. She notices a hickey on his neck and calls him out. When she teases him about having kids already, he shrugs it off. Then Kirishima realizes something. Yoshino isn't mad about him being with another girl. She tells him it's because he's not the man she likes. If he were, she says coldly, she'd kill him for it. She finally admits she doesn't like him, but she doesn't hate him either. She just finds him unpredictable. He only does what he wants, but when he does, he puts his whole heart into it. He's reckless but real. Those, she says, are his good points. Kirishima, of course, takes that as a love confession. He smiles and tells her he'll work hard, so that when he fools around again, she'll be so angry she'll want to kill him. Yoshino can't even respond. She's completely baffled by his logic. The next day, Yoshino is watering the garden when Kirishima brings her a package from Osaka. Inside is an old photo album of her father, a man who hated the Yakuza and died before she was born. Kirishima also brings a letter from his boss and news that Yoshino's grandfather will soon be coming to Tokyo for a major Yakuza gathering, the Goyukai meeting. There, the biggest bosses in the region plan to discuss the future of their organizations. Later, Yoshino meets a Somegumi member named Hote Taketo at a cafe. He's like family to her and asks her to tell Kirishima that she plans to visit Osaka over summer break. Then, the man from the motorcycle in the previous episode appears. His name is Shoma. During lunch, Shoma asks what Kirishima is like. Yoshino admits she doesn't really know, only that he's crazy. She says she'd probably be better off if she didn't treat him like a human being. Shoma then reveals something bigger. Yoshino's move to Tokyo might not have been her grandfather's idea alone. Another powerful Yakuza figure, Shuga Ranzo, may have been pulling the strings behind the scenes. The so-called peace between East and West might not be peace at all. Later, Yoshino, tired and frustrated, says she just wants to go home. Shoma looks at her and quietly offers to kill Kirishima for her. Yoshino is shocked, but Shoma insists he means it. He says he's not a good person and would have no problem doing it if she gave the word. He steps outside to smoke, but he isn't alone for long. Kirishima walks up, calm as ever, and tells him smoking on the street is prohibited before introducing himself. And just like that, the two men who both care for Yoshino finally meet. He greets Shuma casually, as if this meeting were by chance. But it's clear this isn't the first time these two have crossed paths. Kirishima has come to take Yoshino home, claiming it's getting late. But Shuma doesn't buy it. He demands to know how Kirishima found them, if he's been following them. Kirishima doesn't deny it outright. Instead, he smirks, saying he might have been. He teases Shuma, saying he has no reason to fight Yoshino's family. After all, if he marries her, that would make him Shuma's brother-in-law, a thought that clearly disgusts Shuma. The tension rises. A fight feels inevitable, until Yoshino rushes out, breaking the standoff. She asks Kirishima why he's there, and he simply says he's come to take her home. But Yoshino is quick to notice something's off. She asks how he found her. Kirishima admits he cloned her phone to keep track of her. Yoshino sighs. She wishes he'd just asked. As Yoshino turns to leave with him, Shuma grabs her arm. He insists it's better she return to Osaka. He says Kirishima isn't right in the head. Kirishima grabs her other arm, demanding to know if she really plans to leave him. The two men glare at each other, their rivalry fully exposed. When Shuma calls him a stalker, Kirishima only shrugs. Even Yoshino's called him that before, but she hasn't left yet. He tells Shuma to stay out of it, calling him an outsider. Yoshino snaps. She reminds Kirishima that Shuma is family. He's the outsider. Realizing he's gone too far, Kirishima apologizes. Yoshino thanks Shuma for worrying, but tells him she can handle things herself. It's time for him to go back to Osaka. The next morning, Yoshino rushes to the station to see him off. She asks what he thinks of Kirishima. Shuma doesn't hesitate. He's crazy. Yoshino can't argue with that, but she still refuses to give up. She needs to beat Kirishima at his own game. Shuma warns her not to lose herself in the process. Before leaving, he admits there's one thing he'd risk his life for: her. As the train pulls away, Shuma disappears into the distance, but someone else is watching. Kirishima, standing quietly, unseen. Later, on a crowded train, Yoshino and Kirishima ride shoulder to shoulder. He tells her he's staying alert. If she dies, he'll die too. Yoshino remembers walking to school with Shuma years ago, and Kirishima's jealousy flares instantly, though he hides it behind a smile. That night, Yoshino is sorting her clothes when Kirishima shows up at her door. He's brought her a delivery from Osaka. When he notices her packed boxes, he asks if she's leaving. She isn't, but something in his tone unsettles her. She asks if he's trying to kill her or if he's bored of her. He's confused until she mentions Shuma. Then it clicks. He's jealous. Kirishima tells her she can be with whoever she wants, as long as it's in front of him. But when it's over, he'll kill the other man. Yoshino is horrified. He admits he might be going insane from jealousy. Then he kneels before her, asking if she wants him to be normal man. Yoshino refuses. She tells him to stay exactly as he is, the craziest bastard in the world. Kirishima smiles. As long as Yoshino stays true to herself, he'll never stop loving her. The episode closes with Yoshino sick in bed and Kirishima racing through the city to bring her medicine. He breaks into her apartment when she doesn't answer, scoops her into his arms, and rushes her to the hospital. By morning, her fever has broken. Kirishima calls boss Somei to assure him Yoshino's safe and promises to keep protecting her. As boss Somei drives away, Shuma watches from afar.